Customers Analytics, Chapter 15. So, review. What is analytics? So, analytics is a systematical computational analysis of data or a statistic. It is used for the discovery, interpretations, and communication of meaningful pattern in data. It also entails applying data patterns toward effective decision making. So what is a data? So data is a collection of discrete values and convey informations describing quantity, quality, facts, statistics, and other basic units of meaning, or simply sequences of symbols that may be further interpreted. A datum is an individual value in the collection of data. So analysis is the process of systematically applying statistical and/or logical techniques to describe and illustrate, condense, and recap and evaluate data. So our activity for today, we will have our groupings activity. So group yourself into 6 groups, and each group may choose the topics. It's either analyzing the result, improving findability, cross-linking products, regrouping categories, repricing tasks, and measuring the findability after changes. So now it's time for our discussion. So let us be settle ourselves and listen our discussion, and let us welcome Miss Joan Dela for her discussion.
In analyzing results, first you must calculate the findability rate as your first or gateway metric. If users can't even locate the item, then it's findability issue. While it's unrealistic to expect 100% of participants to find each item, you should aim for findability rates in the high 80% to 90% rates. For this example, it shows findability rates for your products on target website. Around half the products had reasonable findability rates, with a few, including the Wildcat Kaleidoscope backpack, had very low findability rates. Number 2, in analyzing results, you must examine how difficult it was to find the item by looking at the average score to the difficulty question. For 7-point rating scales, the average score should be above a 6. That's the average level of difficulty. Even though 9 items had findability rates above 50%, only 4 items had difficulty ratings that were above average. These lower rated items are good candidates for you to improve their findability. Lastly, calculate the median time to find the item. So for the participants who did find the item successfully, compute the median time to find the item. The median is the middle value of a set of times. It can be found using the Excel function equals median. While the actual time it should take to find an item depends on the complexity of the tree, aim for times to be less than 30 seconds. Improving findability. When you've collected all your baseline data, it's time to do something about improving the findability. Here's how to dissect the information gleaned from your tree testing software. First, look for items that were hardest to find. Second, look for items that were rated more difficult, even if they were found. Third, look for the items where users took too long to locate. Anything that takes over a minute to find is too long. Ideally, items should take less than 30 seconds to find. Fourth, examine the open-ended responses participants provided to see why items are difficult to find. In the following sections, I offer insights into how to fix the issues you find.
Cross-linking products. Tree testing software tells you not only whether customers found the item, but also the path they took, as well as the path taken by the customer who did not successfully find the items. Look to see where customers are going, and if possible, add a cross-link or recategorize your products or information. Regrouping categories. One of the biggest problems you might have with findability is the category names you use. You might use jargon or terms that are familiar with you but less so with your customers. Your customers can have problems navigating your website if your categories are not labeled properly. So, there are some of the customers nga galibog about the category names that we use in a website. So, galibog sila kung kana ba nga product ilang ginapangita kay wala man natarong og categorized or na labeled. So, tree testing software can show you what your customers expect category names to be. A complementary method called card sorting helps identify labeling problems. With card sorting, users take your products and sort them into categories and then give the categories name. Look at the customers' provided names and consider changing or adding to your categories to aid in better navigation. So, in tree testing software, the customer expect that the product is categorized by name so that they can find the product they look easily. So, card sorting is used to sort product into categories name. If the customer provided or suggests a name, we can use it para mas dali nila makita ang ilang gipangita nga product.
Rephrasing the task. Sometimes low findability rates can be caused by participants not fully understand what they are looking for. For example, gift cards are popular purchases on a retail website in a Target.com treatise. The most difficult item to find was the iconic puppy gift card worth $5 to $1,000. Participants were confused when looking for the item. In the reading of the comments, participants didn't know if the item they were looking for was a gift card or a puppy worth $5,000. If you get a lot of similar comments, try rephrasing your task to be sure participants understand what to look for. So, ang imong mga customer is wala sila kasabot sa ilahang pilion. For example, ang uban kay nangita og gift card nga halinon sa tindahan. Tapos ang ilahang nakita is ang iconic puppy gift card worth $5 to $1,000. So, natingala sila nga dili man nimo ilang ginapangita. Kay ilang ginapangita is gift card lang anong naman ni puppy gift card. So, kailangan mo i-specific ang imuhang pangalan sa imuhang baligya para dili na maglibog ang imong mga customer.
Measuring findability after changes. Now it's time to find out whether the changes you've made to your navigations actually improve the findability and navigations of your website. Here's where having the baseline data pays off. So the way to know if you made improvements or made things worse is by comparing the findability of the same items after your implemented changes. So after changes, the navigation of our website, or we can measure the findability to our website that can have the changes between the past and the present. So as we can see, we have our graph here, the changes changes of findability after implementing changes. So first, we have our 29% of the findability in our website or our product from the customer. So, and after the changes, we can see the findability rate of 74%. Now it has a changes or a big changes after the changes or after we implement the new for our website or to our navigation. To analyze the result of findability of our website, so we calculate the findability rates as your first metric, and the second is to examine how difficult it was to find the item by looking at the average score to the difficult question. So the third is calculate the median time to find the item. And after we have our cross-linking products, and follow the regroupings categories and replacing the task, and also the measuring findabilities after the changes. So we have our example here. So successful located item. So for example, we have an item here, the Wrangler men's reversible belt. So first, so the customer rate the items as 100% easy to find. Non-Marvel powder, a power attack, Avengers, Iron Man, and rate also a 98%, and it is an very easy to find. No, this is the item easy to our customer to find those item. And also we have our difficult item to find. So very difficult. First is the well-kind kaleidoscope backpack. So this item is so difficult to find. No, our customer are definitely cannot be found the item easily. So the second is the Mince Brown Swicer Jackson's Hiker. So a rate of 26%. No, this is so very difficult to find also. So and the third is the Kitchen Aid 3 pieces barbecue set. So third, it is have the rate of 36% of applicability. So it means this is difficult to find, or it is a difficult to our customer to find our product in our website. So now let's proceed to our quizzes. So everyone must have their pencils and papers, so we can have our quizzes for today. And this is only for 1 to 10 items only. So are you ready? So let's have our quiz. So the first question is, it is a systematic computations analysis of data or statistics. The second is collections of discrete values that convey information on quality, quantity, or of a product. The third one is the process of systematically applying statistical and logical techniques. Number 1 and 4 to 9, so please enumerate the 6 ways to analyze the findability. So number 10, to define customers analytics in your own words.